me in trouble with the school. So all right, we're streaming. Is blonde kid gonna be here?
And welcome everyone back to the City Ball Diamond here in Heston. Rusty Witcher with you here on the Lark Network as the Larks look to continue their 13-game winning streak, a historic winning streak here for Heston College softball. They're hosting the Warrior JV from Sterling, about 50 miles to the west. Hey fans, if you guys want to text me, shout-outs, questions, comments about our live stream video here on YouTube and the Heston College website, feel free to do so. My number's right there on the screen, 620-217-1465. Love to hear from you. Tell us who you are, who you're watching from, and like I said, any questions, comments, or feedback about our live broadcast here from the City Ball Diamond. Larks have moved into a four-way tie for second place in the Jayhawk Conference, and we'll take a look here at the starting lineup for the Warriors. Brianna Ayala to lead this Warrior offense off. From what I could tell, they're JV. They're 2-6 on the season. They've had a lot of cancellations, as have many teams around this area. So Ayala to lead things off. Sierra Dean bats second, plays left field. Brianna Jimenez, the third baseman, batting third with Peyton Johnson, the center fielder. In the cleanup hole, Julia Lucio will bat fifth and play shortstop. Olivia Kamsa batting sixth, playing first base. Rachel Turner, pitcher. Yaya Rosario, the catcher, is eighth, and Michaela Rollins to roll this over. As the first pitch is low from Chelsea for a ball. I'll do my best to keep up on balls and strikes here. I'm doing a lot at the same time. Chelsea Smith on the hill. Defensively for the Larks, Lexi is out in left. Nissa Aguilar in center. Cassie King over in right field. As that one fouled back to the fence. And our count 1-1. Kaylin Lastly over at the hot corner. Jesse and Shay up the middle today at short and second respectively. Booz over at first base. And on the hill is the leader in the conference in strikeouts and the second nationally in the NJCAA ranks, with Chelsea Smith with 168 strikeouts. As that pitch low, and our count now 2-1 here to Ayala. Chelsea leads the conference in strikeouts, like we said, second nationally, and tied for the lead in saves nationally, leads the conference in saves with 4. So Chelsea eats innings and sits batters down, and that bunt popped back to the fence, and our count moving to 2-2. Fully expect the 5:05 to be in the house here very shortly. And Chelsea 14-4 on the season. That one fouled back and out of play. And our count riding 2-2. 112 and 2/3 inning pitch for Chelsea. 78 hits, 59 runs, 40 of which were earned. She's walked 55 but struck out 168. She has an ERA of 2.49. So the freshman from Tacoma deals, and that one fouled back as Ayala having a long at bat. Will still be even, 2-2. Like I said, would love to hear from you. Drop me a line. And that one too far out, and we'll move full 3-2. So first payout pitch of the game coming up for Chelsea and the Larks. And that pitch fouled back into the glove. Sadie couldn't hang on to it, and Ayala stays alive. So Ayala battling. That one fouled back again. Another long at bat for the Warriors' second baseman. High pollen count here at the City Ball Diamond. Wind blowing in from left. Now a fly ball going back. Shea will camp underneath it. And the first out of the game retired on the pop out to second. Sierra Dean, the left fielder, coming to bat. Dean's a freshman from Houston. She will step in against Chelsea with one away. pitch stays high from Chelsea. One ball now to Dean. Game time temperature mid-70s. Wind blowing in. Dean shows bunt, pulls it back, and the count 2 balls, no strikes. Larks travel to Neosho on Thursday before returning home. There's a pitch on the inner corner for a strike. They'll return home on Monday. Sophomore day is Tuesday. So, swing and a miss from Dean, and the count even, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one in the dirt. And our count moves full for the second straight batter here this afternoon. Again, we'd love to hear from you. Chelsea misses high. And a runner aboard here for the Warriors for Brianna Jimenez, the third baseman. Freshman from Rio Rancho, New Mexico. Brenna Jimenez, that is, excuse me. And Chelsea dealing. There's a pitch right down the pipe for a strike. Runner aboard here for the Warriors. And that one missing downstairs, and our count quickly even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Fly ball center field. Niss on the run. That'll get to the gap. Niss having some problems picking it up. And the runners will be pinned at the corners on the single from Jimenez. So runners at the corners here for the Warriors for the center fielder Peyton Johnson. So 1 away here. And Peyton Johnson steps in. Chelsea deals that foul back to the fence, 1 strike. That one low in the dirt, and Sadie smothers it, and the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Chelsea misses downstairs and low. And our count 2-1. Chelsea deals 1 more time. Swinging through it was Johnson. She's quickly behind. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Top of the first. That one upstairs. And our count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Larks almost picking off She thought it was ball 4. She trotted down to first base, or second base. Count full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. That one fouled back to the fence again. Another long at bat by the Warriors. Runner at second. Swinging through, and Johnson is retired. 2 away now here for Julia Lucio. So Lucio stepping in. Larks trying to work their way out of a jam. And Chelsea comes inside for a strike to Lucio. Lucio swinging through strike 2, and she's quickly behind 0-2 to Chelsea. That one fouled back and into the fence. Earlier before the game, saw a foul ball during batting practice hit a truck passing by. Interesting on that. And the 0-2. In the dirt, Sadie with a stop. Campsa on deck. That one popped back to the fence, and the fence taking a beating here early going. Lucio, a senior from San Jose. You never know quite what you're going to get with a KCAC JV. That's across the boards in all sports. That one fly ball right side. That will tail in the wind and drop foul. And out of play. That ball skitters all the way across the street to our partners at Heston Machine and Welding Incorporated. So we'll see what happens here. On the 1-2. Chelsea misses high, trying to force Lucio to chase. And our count even, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Might be a little slow with text messages, trying to do everything I'm doing today. And that one misses high and away. And our count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. That one popped straight back and out of play. We're almost out of game balls. And a payoff pitch one more time. Strike 3 called. Lucio frozen at the dish. Larks wiggle their way out of a jam. We'll go to the bottom of the first. With the Larks coming to bat, it will be Jessie Miranda to lead things off, followed by Kaylin Lastly. Lexi Avalos will bat third. Sadie Leatherman batting fourth. Amy Bertano, the designated player, batting fifth, with Adriana Ruiz. She's known as Boo, batting at sixth. Anissa Aguilar batting seventh, with Cassidy King in right field batting eighth, and Shay Hoover, the second baseman, rolling the order over. Defensively, Dean is out there in left field. Johnson in center, Rollins in right. Jimenez and Lucio at third and short. Ayala Kamsa over there at second and first. Rosario behind the dish, and Turner on the mound here for the Warriors. Larks with a lot of accolades here in terms of batting. We'll get to those. Jessie Miranda is first in the conference and fourth nationally with stolen bases this season. She has 34 swipes in 37 attempts. Pretty healthy ratio for the Lark leadoff hitter. Amy leads the conference with 12 home runs, and she is now the new single-season leader in Lark history with 12 bombs. She broke Jerica Brown's record on Saturday at Coffeyville. So she is right there. As we are ready to get closer to our first pitch of this bottom of the first. Gorgeous day here from the City Ball Diamond. Like we said, new construction on the new field will be coming up shortly. And Jessie will start this off in the bottom of the first. Jess, the second leading hitter on the Larks team. She's 50 for 118, a .424 batting average. 14 runs driven in, 4 doubles, but 34 stolen bases. She gets on first. Watch out, because she is eyeing second and possibly third. So, Jess digs in. And the first pitch she sees from Turner outside, 1 ball. Turner deals one more time, and Jessie on the ground. Turner gloves it, throws over, and the first out of the game for the Larks retired. And that'll bring up Heston's Kaylin Lastly. Kaylin, 37 for 110 on the season, 336, 2 home runs, 33 runs driven, and this Lark team has hit the snot out of the ball. They've blasted 36 home runs on the season. This is the most home runs I think I've seen by a Lark team as long as I can remember. One away for Kaylin, and Turner deals, and that comes inside, too high, and the Larks with a runner as the first pitch Kaylin wears, and she'll trot down to first. And that brings up Lexi Avalos. Lex has climbed up there. She's steadily climbing up the ranks for hits in the Lark record book. 41 for 108 on the season. 2 home runs, 31 driven in, and a .380 batting average for the lefty who plays left field. And a sophomore from Yucaipa, California. Looks at one upstairs, 1 ball. Tried to find stats on Sterling JV, but I was unsuccessful. And the 1-0 delivery coming up from Turner. Lex on the ground of the second baseman. They're trying to roll the double play, will not. Lex is aboard on the fielder's choice, but they do get the lead runner as Ayala flips to Lucio. 4-6 on the putout. And there are 2 away for Sadie Leatherman. Sadie, 25 for 94, 266 batting average. She's second on the team with 7 home runs, 15 driven in. And Sadie takes the pitch upstairs as the wind howling in suddenly. We're holding on to everything here to make sure it doesn't blow off. And the 1-0 on the way. That one upstairs hits Sadie. Sadie aboard. And that brings up the leading hitter for the Larks, and Amy Brutado, 40 for 91, 12 home runs, 39 RBIs, 17 walks, 8 strikeouts, and a .440 batting average for Amy, the freshman from Whittier, California. So Amy digs in the bottom of the first with 2 away and 2 on. Amy leading the Jayhawk Conference with 12 home runs, takes a pitch high at 1 ball. Amy has very good command of the strike zone and incredible hands. The pitch. Amy lays off. And the count 2 balls, no strikes here from Turner in the bottom of the first. Amy line drive, and here come the spoons as Amy deposits one over the fence. 13 bombs right now for Amy. That's a 3-run shot, and the Larks open up the lead 3-0 on the home run from Amy, as she goes deep for the 13th time. 13 bombs for Amy, and the career record for the Larks is 16, or 15, excuse me, 15. That could very well fall this season as Boo steps in. Amy might set a record for career in one season. She's at 13 now, and the career is 15. As Boo takes a pitch for a strike. Boo on the ground of the shortstop. Lucio throw over in time, but the damage done with one swing of the bat. Amy stakes the Larks to a 3-0 lead. We'll be back after this here on the Lark Network.
Robbie Rod, Houston, Texas.
Brett Heichman, Lindsborg, Kansas.
Caden Bartlett, Amber, Oklahoma.
Caleb Stoll, Litchfield Park, Arizona.
Tatum Ferguson, Nassau, Bahamas.
Connor Leach, Erie, Colorado.
Dalton Woody, Cibolo, Texas.
Dade Milburn from Lincoln, Nebraska. David Berzins, Houston, Texas.
Dave Ryan, Tulsa, Oklahoma.
Dayton Watkins, Valley Center, Kansas.
Grant Bloyer, Winfield, Kansas.
Hudson Smith, Waukomis, Oklahoma.
Hugo Kinabuchi, San Diego, California.
Ian Leckie, Overland Park, Kansas.
Justin Durnall, I'm from Windsor, Colorado.
Kalen Haynes, Trophy Club, Texas.
Kendall Theory, Westlake, Louisiana.
Malachi Swartz, Overland Park, Kansas.
Naoki Kizumura, Tokyo, Japan.
Natty Solomon, Harrisonburg, Virginia.
Nick Flatton from Adelaide, Australia.
Noah Roberts, Wichita, Kansas.
Omar Aguilar, Panama City, Panama.
Quinn Gettle, Joplin, Missouri.
Robert Salcedo, Puerto Rico.
And welcome back here to the City Ball Time. Top of the second we go. Sterling now behind 3-0 thanks to Amy Bertado. Got a text from someone saying that's what they're talking about for Amy. She hits her 13th and Chelsea misses downstairs. This is Olivia Kamsa, the first baseman for the Warriors. That one downstairs for a strike at the knees. Our count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Chelsea getting her sign from Sadie. That one stays a little bit low. Larks work with a number-based system rather than your traditional numbers. Your traditional baseball 1, 2, 3, 4. The catcher flashes. Now the Larks with a combination system on the wristband. And there's a strike right down the middle on the count. Evens 2 balls, 2 strikes. See more and more fast pitch teams doing that. Probably prevents the stealing of signs once a runner's on second base. The 2-2 Chelsea takes something off and it's in the dirt. And our count rides full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Our count full, again, Chelsea's worked full quite often this contest early on. And that one stays high and away, and Kamsa aboard after the walk. Pitcher Rachel Turner will come to the plate with Yaya Rosario on deck. Kind enough to give me her nickname before the game. Yaya did, which I enjoy. And that little flare into the fence is foul. 1 strike to Turner. Turner, a junior from League City, Texas. Couple upperclassmen here on the JV roster for the Warriors. As Chelsea comes right back down the pipe on her count 0-2. Glad this game's being played today instead of tomorrow, as Chelsea misses a little bit outside. I count 1-2. Tomorrow, weather's supposed to be a factor. Lark Baseball will not be streamed on Thursday. They're moving the game up to Kansas Wesleyan. And that one inside, and our count 2 balls, 2 strikes. Strike 3 called, and Turner frozen. And that is 3 strikeouts now for the nation's second leading strikeout pitcher in the NJCAA ranks. 171 now for Chelsea. She's still almost 100 behind Hardy from Phoenix College. Runner going. Jesse can't hang on to the tag. The throw was there. Kamsa swiping, and Rosario has a strike. Stolen base for Kamsa. And the count 0-1 to Rosario. Rosario from Chicago, Illinois. Swings through, and her count 0-2. From the aviation major, Chelsea Smith. The 0-2 coming up. Rosario swinging through, back-to-back strikeouts. That's 4 now for Chelsea. And there are 2 away. We're in the second for the right fielder, Michaela Rollins. And Chelsea deals. And comes right, starting off the first pitch strike to Rollins. The Jayhawk Conference leader in strikeouts, adding to her total now. That one off the elbow pad as Rollins leaning in. She'll take first base. And that brings up leadoff hitter Brianna Ayala popped out to Shea Hoover, her first at bat. So 2-on-2 out here for the Warriors. Whether you're a fan of the Warriors, fan of Larks, we'd love to hear from you this afternoon. Feel free to send us a text, 620-217-1465. I'm a friendly guy. And Chelsea comes inside with a pitch for a strike to Ayala. There's a strike at the knees, pitch at the knees for strike 2. And Ayala quickly behind 0-2. Larks leading 3-0 here over the Warriors. Fly ball left side, long run, and that will drop in front of Lex. A run coming home, or Larks didn't quite know what to do with it. Campsa comes all the way around. Rollins goes to third, and the Warriors have a run here in the bottom of the, or the top of the second. That ball hung up in the wind. And a run aboard for the Warriors, with 2 outs for Sierra Dean, who drew a walk in her first at bat. There's a strike from Chelsea. One stays a little low. Our count 1 ball, 1 strike. That one stays up. And the count 2-1 here to Dean from Chelsea. Sun trying to creep behind a few high clouds out there. Still a lovely day for softball. Swing and a miss from Dean, and she now has the count moved to even. Or deuces wild across the scoreboard. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Little flare. Boo calls for it, goes back and makes the play. Almost stepping on the bag. We'll go to the bottom of the second. Larks lead 3-1. Back after this.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania. Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couts, Indiana.
Shay Hoover, Potwin, Kansas.
And welcome back to the City Ball Diamond as we're going to the bottom of the second. Larks in front 3-1 rather, excuse me. Got a text from the 505 wondering what place we are. The Larks are in conference. They're in a 4-way tie for second place at 11-5 in the Jayhawk Conference. They're 2 games behind conference leader Johnson County and knotted up with Highland, KCK, and Neosha, or Cali on the ground as Nis fell over the bag into the left field corner. Nis think of 2. She's on her way, and Nis will stroll into second with a stand-up double, the first pitch swinging. And Nis has herself a double before I can even get to her stats. As we're in the bottom of the second, and Cassidy King steps in. So the sophomore from Pennsylvania will step in. We've played an inning and a half. Larks leading 3-0. Cass steps in. And Cass takes a strike on the outer half. That one stays high and away. Our count 1-1 here to the sophomore. When trying to pick up this time, swirl a little bit. May tomorrow get some good old-fashioned Kansas thunderstorms. 5:05 from New Mexico in the house as Cassidy pitches, and that pitch misses upstairs. Our count doing 2 balls, 1 strike. Cass loops it. That's caught by the third baseman. Throw back and 1 away. Shea will step up to bat. Shea's looking for her first hit this season. So Shea stepping to swing the stick. Shea shows bunt, gets by the catcher. Nis pop up, and she'll be aboard on the pass ball. She'll move to third on the pass ball. Excuse me, she's already aboard. Pitch was low. 1 ball. So Shea an RBI opportunity here. Shea fouls it back to the fence, and our count evens up. 1 ball, 1 strike. Shea is looking for her first hit on the season. She does have a couple steals. She oftentimes is running. Today getting the nod at second base for game 1. That pitch stays in and dips low, and our count 2 balls, 1 strike to Shea. Shea, a little flare, and that's gloved by the third baseman, taking away a potential base hit. And they're 2 away as Jimenez makes a great play over there, snagging the softball. And then brings up Jesse Miranda. Jesse grounded out, and the slapper takes the first pitch away for a ball. Bottom of the second, Larks leading 3-1. Changeup drifting high and over Jesse's head, and our count 2 balls, no strikes. Jesse on the ground, base hit through the whole middle of the field. Jesse gets a ribby. Nis comes home, and Jesse moves to first base, and the Larks now lead 4-1 on the base hit single. Jesse gets her 15th RBI. And Kaylin coming to bat. Kaylin was hit by a pitch in her first trip to the dish. 2 away here for the Warrior defenders. And Jesse off to the races, and there is stolen base number 35 on the season for Jesse. And they count 0-1 to Kaylin. Change drifts inside Jesse with a healthy lead, thinking about swiping, and our count even 1 ball, 1 strike. Kaylin on the ground, slow roller, play over by the shortstop. A nice play there by Lucio to throw over, but the Larks get a run. And we'll go to the top of the third. Larks leading 4-1. And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond as we're heading to the top of the third. Sterling trailing the Larks 4-1, and the Larks coming to bat here. And this is Brenna Jimenez. And if I'm not saying that name right, feel free to text me, correct me. And Jimenez pops one out of play. It won't quite get to me. And one strike now. I have made a play here at the table this season. Ready to make another one. That one down and in the dirt in our count. 1 ball, 1 strike. Camera operator Jared Slava saying his time's coming. I'm ready for it. I'm waiting. Yeah, let's not do that because that would be Injuryville. It's a little hard. And the 1-1 from Chelsea, drifting a little low. And our count 2 balls, 1 strike. You can probably hear the wind in my microphone. Brenna lifting it. Boo calling for it, making the play in foul territory, 1 away. And that brings up Peyton Johnson, who struck out in her first at-bat. Larks were 24-11 on the season coming into today. And Johnson does offer at it. And it was strike regardless, and our count 0-1. Johnson gets underneath it, drives it foul into the tree, and our count 0-2. That poor tree over there, taking a beating over the years. And Johnson swinging through. She's retired for the second time today. Chelsea's second strikeout second time she's striking out this today. The 5th for Chelsea, and Lucio coming to bat here for the Warriors. As first pitch missing downstairs to Lucio, 1 ball. And just kind of blowing all the dust over towards us. Lucio struck out her first at time looking. That one drifting high, and 2 balls, no strikes here to Lucio from Chelsea Smith. Lucio swinging right through the pitch from Chelsea. And our count 2 balls and 1 strike. That one popped back to the fence, and our count now evens up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. As it was, Chelsea came into today 14-4 on the season. And Lucio swinging through. So Sadie gets the runner going on the dropped, but the runner gets the first, and I think it goes down in it as a strikeout in the book for Chelsea, although there's an error. So runner aboard here for Kamsa. because you can, on the uncaught third strike. So Chelsea gets the strikeout. As Kamsa, and caught in a rundown. Jesse having problems, snaps the throw back, and diving in was Lucio. And our count 0-1. Lucio dodged a bullet over there first base. There's a pitch right at the knees, and Chelsea quickly ahead 0-2. Wind gust blowing right at us. That one stays downstairs. And count 1-2. Excuse me, 2-2. That one upstairs. The rise ball rises too much, and our count 3 balls and 2 strikes. Payoff pitch from Chelsea. Strike 3, and Kamsa frozen. So Chelsea gets 3 strikeouts in the inning. And we'll go to the bottom of the third. Larks lead 4-1. And welcome back to the bottom of the third. And Lexi Avalos coming to bat here for the Larks. Lex reached on an error, or fielder's choice, excuse me. And Lex takes a strike. With Sadie on deck and Amy to follow. The 0-1 from Turner, drifting high and crossing high. Her changeup stayed too high. And our count even up at 1 ball, 1 strike. That one high and tight to Lex. And our count 2-1. Lex line drive. That will hang in the air, though, and be played right into Dean's glove before it turns into a line drive fly out to left field, 1 away. Sadie Leatherman was hit by a pitch. She did score on Amy Brutado's 13th home run of the season, the 505. Texting in saying, "Go Lady Larks." And Sadie will dig in. Sadie hammers the first pitch she sees foul along the left side. Sadie then sits on the changeup and gets ahead, and then fouls that one off into that poor tree. What if that tree, when it blooms, it sprouts softballs? Count 0-2. With a 1 away here in the bottom of the third, Larks leading 4-1. That one high, and the count 1 ball and 2 strikes. That one misses downstairs. Our count 2-2. That's like saying "Love you, boo." Sadie hammers that foul, and the count's still riding 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the 2-2, Sadie on the ground, see a nice single that's up through the middle while finding a hole, and Sadie aboard with 1 away. And Amy Brutado, who hit a 3-run bomb, the current single-season Lark home run leader. She goes out to right field. She can use every single field. And Amy takes a pitch downstairs, 1 ball, as the Amy Do Something Crazy chant starting in the dugout. Amy hit a 3-run bomb, giving her 13 for the season. That one downstairs. Sadie taking off, and Sadie swipes the base as Rosario couldn't come up with it. She tried twice to pluck that ball up and couldn't do it. Sadie will get credit for the stolen base. And our count 2-0 to Amy. A very dangerous count here for Turner as she will rock, fire, and deliver. Amy lays off, and her count 3 balls and no strikes. Amy has such good command of the strike zone. Good idea of where the strike zone is. As Turner deals, and Amy will take the strike. And our count 3-1. I see Amy's older sister Des here in attendance. She played softball here for 2 years for Coach Sharp. Now a nursing student. Now, when downstairs, Amy draws the walk. And Amy gets to first. The 18th walk on the season for Amy. She leads the team. And that brings up Boo, who grounded out in her first at-bat. So Boo 0 for 1. With 2 runners aboard and 1 away, and Boo takes a strike. Go Chelseanator, love Tacoma fans. Boo on the ground, a bullet through the middle. Sadie on her way home, and Boo has an RBI single. And a run comes around. And the Larks jump up on a 5-1 lead as Boo goes right back up. Hard hit smashed single on the ground. That brings up Nis. Nis doubled her last at bat. So 1 away, and the Larks up 5-1. And Nis, first pitch she sees, fouled off. Nis came into today 16 for 68, 235 batting average with 3 home runs, 9 runs driven in, 2 doubles. She'll add to that. She now has 3 on the season. Nis waits on it, lifts it out there. It will hang in the wind as Dean goes back and makes the play. And there are 2 outs on the lazy fly ball to left field. And Casti popped down her first at bat. Go Boo, do your famous dance, baby, from Nana. Yeah, Larks after Boo singles. And Cass on the ground taps it foul. We count on 1 now to the sophomore. Cass fouls that one back. They count 0-2. We're in the bottom of the third. Larks leading 5-1. And Turner trying to work out of a 2-out jam. Cass, strike 3, frozen. Turner comes back with a changeup. Larks do get a run. We've played 3. Larks lead 5-1. And welcome back. Here's we're in the top of the fourth. Larks leading 5-1. Rachel Turner, Yaya Rosario, and Michaela Rollins all due up this inning for the Warriors. A couple texts from the 505. They're in the house. Boo's family loving what she did at the plate last time. As Turner digging in, she struck out looking her first at bat. And that one popped back to the fence for a quick strike. Cameraman Jared Slaba was all over that had I gotten through. Right?
I wasn't covering my head. I was reaching for the hat to scoop it up.
7 strikeouts on the day for Chelsea. And Chelsea comes right down the middle at the top of his knees for the strike in the count, 0-2. That one fouled back and into the fence. And the count's still riding 0-2. That's what happened on the play that I made, Jared. I made the catch on the... Yeah. That one in the dirt. Sadie with a stop. And our count 1-2. On the ground, Jesse sweeps it up, throws over, nice sweep, scoop, and a play by Boo over there for the out. Jesse covered a lot of real estate at short, made the play, and flung it over to Boo. Boo was right there on the bag, and that brings up Yaya Rosario. Rosario struck out in her first at bat. Rosario takes a strike. Chelsea dealing. Inside corner for strike 2. The wind messing with my scorebook here. And they count 0-2. Rosario pops it up. Hanging in the wind, Nisk goes back and makes the play on the fly ball. 2 outs here in the top of the 4th. And Rollins, who was hit by a pitch and then stranded at third base. She has an on-base percentage of 100 in this contest. The 5:05. It's New Mexico in the house. We'd love to hear. Let's see who else is in the house. There's some Sterling fans. We'd love to hear from them. Michaela Rollins was hit by a pitch, and she takes a pitch down the middle for a strike. 1 strike to Rollins. And Rollins takes a pitch on the outer half for a strike. Just stays outside. Good spot from Chels, just trying to force Rollins to chase. She does not. And they count 1-2. Rollins swings through. Chelsea sends Rollins back, and the Warriors go quietly. 1-2-3. We'll go to bottom of the 4th. Larks lead 5-1. And we'll go to the bottom of the 4th. Shea Hoover start us off. Larks with the 5-1 lead. Shea lying down her first at bat. Shea's trying to put the ball on the ground and leg it out with her speed. Sophomore from Potwin takes a pitch lone in. And the 0-1 delivery from Turner is a strike to Shea. And I count 1-1. Shea fouls it back to the fence, and the count moves 1-2 to the sophomore. And the 1-2. Shea lays off the change, and that drops low into the dirt. And the count, 2 balls and 2 strikes. That one stays high over Shea's eyes, and the count 3-2. And the 3-2. Shea lifts it. That will hang up in the wind, and just a diving catch out there by the shortstop. Shea almost had her first hit. A great play by Lucio to go up over her shoulder for the catch. And there's one away for the Warrior defenders, and Jessie Miranda, leadoff hitter for the Larks, who singled in a run her last at bat. She's 1 for 2. Jessie steps in, and Turner will deal. And that one high and away, 1 ball, or high and in, 1 ball, excuse me. Turner's the junior. And that wind really blowing in. Jessie on the ground, sharply hit through the hole on the left side, and Jessie will have herself a single. And Jessie aboard for Kaylin Lastly. Kaylin's 0 for 1. As she grounded out last time. Jessie off to the races, and Jessie slipping in with another stolen base. Jessie, Willie Mays hazing it around her 36th stolen base. And I count 1-0. And Kaylin takes the pitch and stays downstairs. The count moves 2 balls, no strikes. Rosario thought about throwing it down, changed her mind. We're in the 4th. Larks leading 5-1. As Kaylin shoots it out there, that could, if it's fair ball, it's trouble. It's a foul ball, tails away. Kaylin was thinking extra bases. Umpire all over that as he jumped down to first the foul line. That was going to be extra bases, and Jessie could have moonwalked home. That ball just snaked over the chalk for a foul ball. 2-1 now to Kaylin. Changeup stays low. And our count moves 3 balls, 1 strike. Kaylin again shoots it down. And that will cross the street on the 3-1, trying to work the right side of the field. On the count, 3-2. Payoff pitch from Turner. Kalen Lights drives and a snapping throw back. Nice play again by Jimenez over there at third. And there's 2 outs for Lex Avalos, who's 0 for 2. Turner working now, and the pitch. On the ground, and that will be foul. Our count 0-2 now to Lex. 2 away. Runner, Jesse's over there at second base. Lex looking for her first hit of this contest. And Lex on the ground to the second baseman, Ayala. Throw over in time. Larks don't score. We've played 4, heading top of 5. Larks leading 5-1.
Adriana Ruiz from Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Amy Bertado from Whittier, California. Anissa Aguilar, Hacienda Heights, California. Cassidy King from Cochranville, Pennsylvania. Chelsea Smith, Tacoma, Washington.
Jenna Garcia, Hutchinson, Kansas.
Jenna Schneider from Lodi, California.
Jessie Miranda from Turlock, California.
Kaylin Lastly from Salina, Kansas.
My name is Alexis Avalos, and I'm from Yucaipa, California.
Madison O'Brien, Zuni, Virginia.
Malia Sandy from Girard, Kansas.
Paige Biddle from Sacramento, California.
Reese McCrary from Sacramento, California.
My name is Sadie Leatherman, and I'm from Couts, Indiana.
Shay Hoover, Potwin, Kansas.
And welcome back here to the City Ball Diamond as we're heading to the top of the 5th. Larks lead 5-1. And we're going to the top of the order here for the Warriors, trying to get everything situated as Brianna Ayala singled in a run her last at bat. She's 1 for 2. And there's a strike on the outer half from Chelsea. And the 0-1. That misses away on the count, 1 ball, 1 strike. That's on the ground. Chelsea gloves and tips it. Jesse can't come up with it. And Ayala aboard on the single. Sierra Dean drew a walk, popped out to first her last at bat. Larks thinking about, looks like Jesse's at double play depth. And Chelsea's first pitch. Runner goes, Sadie's throw from the knees. Not in time. Ayala stepped around the tag. Good throw from Sadie. as Ayala moves over to second. There's a strike from Chelsea. I count 1-1. Ayala swings through. She's quickly behind 1-2. The 1-2 delivery now from Chelsea. Strike 3. Dean goes down looking as she is frozen. And that brings up the third baseman, Jimenez, who's having a great day over at the bag. Shea calling time to retie her spikes. And that's a fly ball line drive, base knock. This coming up, uncorking the throw. Boo cuts it. And this will keep Ayala over there at third with a great quick throw. And Sterling with runners at the corners with one away for Peyton Johnson, who's over 2 with 2 strikeouts. Larkson from 5-1 as Chelsea getting her sign. Pitch low for a ball. Larks are in that 4-way tie for conferences, not non-conference game, as they're just pitches a strike. And our count 1-1. 4-way tie in conference with just, I believe, 2 conference dates remaining. Neosho this coming weekend, and Johnson County. Fly ball left side. Lex going back, makes a play, run. Will not come home. Lexi with a quick play and a quick throw in on the fly ball. And Sterling's Brianna Ayala stays at third base. So 2 away now for Lucio, who's 0 for 2 with a strikeout, but she did reach on an error. 2 strikeouts, actually. But did reach second on the error. And is swinging through the first pitch she sees from Chelsea. The Chelseanator. That's what I was texted. She was the Chelseanator. That one stays upstairs. Snap throw back. Diving in was Ayala. Our count even 1-1. That's fouled back to the fence. And our count 1-2. Changeup freezes Lucio. And the Larks wiggle their way out of the jam. We played 5.5 or 4.5. Larks leading 5-1. We'll be back. And we're back in the bottom of the fifth. Sadie Leatherman, Amy Bertado, Boo Ruiz all due up here for the Larks. Larks leading 5-1 here against the Warriors JV and the junior pitcher, Rachel Turner. And Turner. Sadie lifts it. That could be trouble. That'll drop in. That'll be extra bases for Sadie. Bounces over. And Sadie with the ground rule double. So Sadie leads off first pitch swinging with the double. And the Larks with a runner aboard. And that brings up Amy Brotado. Amy 1 for 1 with a 3-run bomb to right field. Amy always up for doing something crazy, as opposed that's what the dugout cheer says anyway. I went in the dirt. Sadie dances her way off the bag and bounces back. Amy trying to single-handedly rewrite the record book. 13 home runs on the season. And that change misses downstairs. And they count 2 balls, no strikes. Amy hammers one. Jimenez looking Sadie back, snaps the throw back. And Amy will take first base. We'll see how they'll score that. Probably a fielder's choice. No out was occurred. Malia will come in to run for Amy. As Jimenez chasing back. And that brings up Boo. Boo singled in a run her last at bat. She's 1 for 2. It's 2 on, none out here in the bottom of the fifth. Boo chases. That one's up and over the fence and will take a hop. And Jared doesn't even try and make the play. He was ready. Jared was all about making the play. The ball hopped and Jared got out of the way. Wolf's coming on the concrete. Boo is behind in the count 0-1. Next time, Jared. You only get 1. Boo hammers it, and that's a nice gloving stop. And they'll get the runner at the great gloving stop by Lucio at short. As Lucio flips over the runner as Leah forced out. Sadie gets to third, 1 away for Nis, who's doubled and has flown out. That change, dropping low, and a good stop by Yaya Rosario. Good communication for Turner. Tell Rosario, hey, the pitch is under you. I like that when teammates work like that. Nis, a little looper. That's going to drop in. Sadie's on her way home. Nis has a base hit. Boo moves up 60 feet. And the Larks add their 6th run of the game on the Ribby single for Nis. And that brings up Cassidy, who is 0 for 2. Got a text saying, nice hit, Sadie, as Cass tries to lay the bunt down. From Sadie's mom, it counts Indiana. Hard to see with all the dust on my phone. Got a lot of infield dirt on my phone and in my mouth. I speculated once what the calorie count is for infield dirt. Sadie lays off, and that one gets back. The runners will trot up 60 feet. And the count even, 1 ball, 1 strike. Sadie, a two-sport athlete here for the Larks. Played volleyball for the last 2 years. Sadie, fly ball. That'll get up. Hang in the wind. Boo on her way home. Chance at the sacrifice fly. And Sadie scores, or excuse me, Cassidy. Fly ball out there with the sacrifice fly. And a run comes home for Cass. And 7-1 the score now, the Larks in front here in the 5th. Shea steps up, and Shea takes a pitch down low. 1 ball as Cassidy does her job, gets a sacrifice fly and an RBI. Niss over there at second. The 1-0 from Turner. Larks have tacked on 2 this inning. And Shea lifts it, and that will be hanging in the wind. Larks get 2. We've played 5. Larks lead 7-1. Back after this. And welcome back here as we're heading to the top of the 6th. Larks leading 7-1. This will be Olivia Kamsa. Kamsa to come to bat. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Did walk and stole a base. Scored the only run for the Warriors so far. And Chelsea working here and misses low and away. The 0-1 delivery. Swinging through Kamsa. Now even 1 ball, 1 strike. The 1-1. Down and in the dirt. And our count 2-1. Chelsea dealing, and that stays a little low, and the count moves 3-1. And ball 4. Excuse me, that top 6. 3-1 now, excuse me. I must have missed a pitch in there. So 3-1. Swinging 2, and we're full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch. Down and in the dirt. And Campsa gets her second walk of the contest. And this will bring up pitcher Rachel Turner, who is 0 for 2. Chelsea deals. Turner pops the bunt, and that will drop foul. As our score still 7-1. Still would like to hear from some Sterling fans. Love to hear from you guys. Tell us what you think about the Sterling JV. I think they've played 8 games, 2-6. So there's a little line drive. Turner finds some green. That'll roll out towards Lexi. Lexi throwing to third, play coming in, and the runner slipping in safely. And Turner never slows down. She'll take a second, and what will end up probably going down the book as a double, and 2 on. And none out here for the Warriors. In the top of the 6th, the Warriors trying to get something going. Yaya Rosario is 0 for 2. And Rosario showing bunt. Likely will pull back and chases and looks at one that flies upstairs, 1 ball. Reset this count for you. Trying to do a little too much, even playing music between innings. That one skips inside. And our count 2-0. Top 6. Larks and Warriors. And that one fouled back and into our fence. And count 2-1. Jared's on the ball this time. He's ready. And Rosario pops it back. And Rudy with a play over there. Nice hands by Rudy. And they count 2 balls and 2 strikes to Rosario. Changeup stays high and away, and we're full 3-2. Rosario thought it was ball 4. She laughs about it and comes back to the bag. Comes back to bat. Rosario fouls it back. Oh, they say it was a strike. And Rosario took off, so maybe she didn't make contact. She does strike out. And 1 away. I heard it hit, but it must have hit. But it must have hit Chelsea's glove, or excuse me, Sadie's glove. And Michaela Rollins coming to bat. So an out recorded here. Andy Sharp going out, talk things over, settle down everyone with a 7-1 lead. Second game will start about 30 minutes after the first. 20, 30 minutes. We'll get it up and going as fast as possible. We probably won't have any sound. Michaela Rollins coming to bat. She is 0 for 1 with a strikeout, and she was hit by a pitch. So 2 on and 1 out here for the Warriors. And that's on the ground. Chelsea underneath. No play over, and Chelsea had trouble. Wasn't sure where she was going to go. Rollins legs down. The Warriors get a run. And Sterling has their second run of the game. And possibly an RBI single for Rollins. That one's hung up in Chelsea's feet. Ayala fouls one off into that poor tree, which was planted years and years ago. Ayala behind the count on 1. That's down in the dirt. Say throw goes. She couldn't hang on to it. The ball gets away onto right field. Run coming home. And an unearned run comes across. On the count 1-1 now to Ayala. Second run coming here, 7-3 our score. There's a strike at the knees. I believe our count 1-2. 1-2 now the count to Ayala. Ayala lifts it. Jesse snags it, looks over the runner at third. And there are 2 outs for Sierra Dean. Dean 0-for-2. There's a strike. First pitch strike to Dean from Chelsea. Wind blowing a lot. And the 0-1. That misses down and in. And our count 1-1 to Sierra Dean. Dean pops it, Chelsea gloves it, but the Warriors do tack on a cut pair. We'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Larks lead 7-3, back after this. And we'll go to the bottom of the 6th. Jesse Miranda lead this off. Jesse 2 for 3. Pair of singles, pair of stolen bases, a run driven in. Larks leading 7-3, trying to get a couple back that Sterling tacked on. via a base hit and an error. So one of the runs earned for Chelsea. As Jesse digging in here in the 6th. Jesse offers at it, but pulls it back and no indication. So 1 ball for Jesse. Second leading hitter on the Larks team. And she'll look at 1 away, and our count 2 balls and no strikes to Jesse. Jesse lays off. And our count 3-0 to Jesse. As Turner struggling just a little bit here against Jesse. That one is over for a strike. And a count 3-1. Sun hiding behind some high clouds could sneak back out in any second. Ball 4, and Jesse trots down to first base on the free pass. That brings up Kalen Lastly. Kalen 0 for 2. Was hit by a pitch, though, in the first inning. And forced out on a fielder's choice. Changeup drops in for a strike. As the ever-dangerous threat to run, Jesse Miranda over there at first base. And that one stays outside from Turner. 1-1 now to Kalen. I surfed the Sterling College website for information on the JV. They've had, like I said in the open, a lot of cancellations. As Kalen lifts it left side, that'll be in the gap, but that'll drop in, or excuse me, hang in the wind towards the gap, I should say. Kalen flying out, and a nice play by Dean out there in left field to record the out. That brings up Lax, who is overdue in this game for action. She's 0 for 3. Did score a run in the first after reaching on a fielder's choice. Fly out and a ground out. And Jesse off to the races, and Jesse slipping in with stolen base number 3 on the day and stolen base number 37 overall. Turner deals, and Lex on the ground, slow roller at Ayala. Ayala throw over in time by a step. Jesse moves up. And there are 2 away for Sadie. And Sadie, 2 for 2 with a double and a single, was hit by a pitch. She scored 3 times. Sadie lifts it right side, and that will be caught by Rollins going back. Initially took an awkward route to it, recovered, and makes the play. We'll go to the top of the 7th. Larks lead 7-3. Back after this. And welcome back to the top of the 7th. Larks leading 7-3 here over the Sterling Warrior JV squad. This will be Jimenez coming to bat. Brendan Jimenez. 2 for 3 with a pair of singles and a pop out. Jimenez, first pitch swinging. Long run, and making the play is Cassidy out there. I say Cass was pulling it out to transfer, out recorded. One away for Peyton Johnson, who's 0 for 3. And we're in the top of the 7th, and the first pitch from Chelsea, swing and a miss for Johnson. Chelsea has 11 strikeouts on the day. And Chelsea rocks, fires, deals, delivers. That's fouled back into the glove. Strike 2. That one just high on our count, 1-2. Chelsea get her sign from Sadie. And that misses high and away. And the pitcher's pitch there in the count, 2-2. There's a strike. And strike 3 called, and Johnson goes down. Looking. And there are 2 outs. That one missing high and tight to Lucio. 1 ball, no strikes. Lucio's 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts. Did reach on an error, however. And that one stays inside our count, 2-0. Swing and a miss. Our count, 2 balls and 1 strike here. Wind is blowing right into our face. I'm afraid if my eyes tear up, it'll look like I'm crying red rivers. That bunt laid down. Kalen gloves a throw in time, and that's your ball game. Your final score here. Larks win 7-3. We'll be back with the start of Game 2 here on the Lark Network.